You know, the one thing you can do in your life is you can take your cause and find out if that cause is linked up with God's heart. And if it is, you'll find that God will give you every miracle along the way that you need to see God do what he needs to do through your life. Here's another one. Here's Paul. Look what it says in Galatians 1 verse 14. It says, I'm sure that you've heard the story of my earlier life when I lived in the Jewish way. Listen to this. In those days, I went out persecuting God's church. I was systematically destroying it. I was so enthusiastic about the traditions and ancestors that I advanced head and shoulders above my peers in my career. Even then, God had designs on me. Why, when I was still, look what it says, when I was still in my mother's womb, he chose and called me out of sheer generosity. Now he has intervened and revealed his son to me so that I might joyfully tell non-Jews about him. Here's this guy persecuting Jews. He's against God, totally face off with God, killing the church, killing people in the faith. And he says, but you know what? Even when I was killing people, even when I was totally against God, even when I was totally against the church, even when I was destroying other people's lives, God predestined me before I was born to preach the gospel to the Jews. You know, there might be somebody here, I don't know, or somebody watching online that you're totally against God. You've been totally against God. In fact, you've said all sorts of bad things about the church. You've said all sorts of things, bad things about God. You've denied Christ with your lips. But I want to tell you something. If you're watching online right now, it doesn't matter. God called you before you were born. Don't miss out on God calling you. Don't miss out on your future. Don't miss out on what God has for you, because God's called you to preach the gospel. Because if you just follow him, he'll make your purpose people. He'll make your purpose everything it was supposed to be. Before you were even born, God called you. You don't even have a choice on it anymore, do you? When God puts the call in your life before you were born.